First at 6, breaking news from Target 12 investigating the bridge breakdown.
Late this afternoon, we obtained hundreds of pages of internal emails from state officials, giving us a glimpse into the days leading up to the dramatic closure of the Washington Bridge westbound side.
Target 12 investigator Tim White filed a request for these emails early on, and Tim, there's a lot to review.
Yeah, Mike and Shannon, there really is, and the Target 12 team is still going through them as we speak. But it is important to note that Department of Transportation officials say they withheld an unknown number of emails using an exemption in state law. A Friday afternoon email on December 8th, 3 days before the Washington Bridge closure, the subject line, Washington Bridge 700 inspection, critical finding. An engineer sharing photos and a video of what was observed, writing that of the 4 locations that are exposed, 2 locations show the rods have failed. An hour later, one of the DOT's top engineers responds, based on our phone conversation, it seems there are no immediate actions to be taken right at this moment. The email also notes that the newly identified problem with the bridge, quote, may have pre-existed but was not noticeable until now, as this area is more exposed due to current construction work. Days later, DOT Director Peter Alviti would insist the bridge's failure was likely due to a catastrophic event like a heavy truck snapping the rods.
The critical finding was the failure of several critical structural components on that bridge. The failure is such that it could potentially be the cause of a catastrophic failure.
The Friday email between the engineers floats the possibility of restricting trucks from the left lane of the bridge and sets up a meeting for Monday. Target 12 obtained these emails and over 200 pages of others under the state public records law. The DOT told us getting the emails would cost $300. So Target 12 hand-delivered the check to DOT headquarters. The emails reveal a flurry of activity after the bridge closed as state agencies scrambled to triage the crisis. State officials quickly tried to access federal emergency funds, with a top aide to the governor saying the governor would definitely consider a declaration for a federal funding source that was available for Rhode Island. After federal officials warned the bridge closure would not qualify for emergency funds, an official from RIDOT replied, that warrants serious pushback. McKee says he is continuing to press federal officials for flexibility to get emergency funds. Now, we asked the DOT about that email that reveals the condition may have existed before some construction revealed it, and a spokesperson told us a short time ago in an email that is precisely the purpose of the forensic investigation RIDOT is doing and the review commissioned by the governor's office. Again, we are combing through the stack of emails right now, and we'll have the latest on 12 News tonight at 10 and 11 and on WPRI.com. With the Target 12 investigators, Tim White, 12 News.
Tim, thank you. Taking a live look now at 195 West, approaching the Washington Bridge. And again, the same story we've seen every night, which is very heavy traffic backups.
This week, the city of East Providence and the Rhode Island DOT started deploying vehicles and staff to a few streets, hoping to alleviate traffic and avoid gridlocks in neighborhoods.